Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Austin,
I'm Bret.
and this is the Vault's second ever live stream. So today we are going to be doing, a Q&A because we do know there's a million questions out there that you guys want to ask, and right now is the time for you guys to ask. So I hope you guys are all having a good day. We do have a couple topics that I wrote down for us to talk about, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun, you guys. So let's get into it. Anything you want to say,
Yeah,
Brett?
brief little intro. Austin and I both started on the same day, working at the Vault in November. It's been like 6 months now, right?
Just
And
about.
so far, it has been like the best experience of my whole life. How long have you been riding, Austin?
Ooh, I've been riding 6, 7 years. Nah, I'd say closer to 7. Off and on, not like straight 7 years, but on a scooter on and off for the last 7 years. And another thing to add is we did get hired on the same date, and the date was November 7th, which is actually, it was my 19th birthday. So I did get this job on my birthday. So it was a good birthday. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
How long have you been riding for, Brett?
I've been riding 12 years. Yeah, I mean, a little bit, like Austin said, just on and off a little bit there for a few years. But I mean, scootering is my whole life. I love being here in the industry and just, working where I want to be in life. So this is it's been a really great experience so far. So what are some of the topics that we want to get into?
Well, as you can see, we are introducing ourselves. So I'm sure not all of you want to know, but some of you, I'm sure, want to know what it is that I do and what Brett does at the Vault. What do we do to make the Vault run? What are our daily tasks? Just in case you're very curious, because a lot of people think that working in the Vault, it's just sell scooters and make YouTube videos all day, but really it's a business, and there's plenty of things that go into it that we have to do every day to make sure it goes well. So pretty much main priorities that we have is shipping. When you guys order a product, it's very important that it goes out on time, goes to the right place, you receive what you want. So majority of the days go to packing orders, pulling orders, making sure it all goes good for you guys, making sure you guys get all the stickers that you want, and because it's kind of a pain in the butt when you don't get what you want.
Yeah.
Recently my daily tasks have changed. Now I do more customer service stuff, so I'm not packing orders. I'm more answering the phones. So if you guys have ever wanted to talk to me, if you call the Vault, with a question, you might get the chance to talk to me. But yeah, and then what else do you do, Brett?
I pretty much do shipping, receiving, in the front a lot, doing, handling customers coming in and building scooters, fixing scooters. So, I mean, it's more of the retail at this point for me, but I mean, I still ship a lot and I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Sometimes I'm on the phones. I do a little bit of things. So, let's get into some questions really quick.
You want to just answer a couple that we see right here?
So Ben Skoy says, favorite deck you both have ever ridden.
I already know what you're going to say.
You want to start?
You want me to start?
You
Okay,
go
first.
ahead. Yeah.
So I've ridden a decent amount of decks. I've never actually broken a deck just because not that hard a rider. I don't weigh too much. But honestly, favorite deck ever is going to have to be the TSI Paramount, man. Just being 5 wide, coming in the 21 or 21 and a half and 22. The 21 and a half is just the perfect amount of foot space. It's not too heavy. It's not too light. Honestly, I love that deck, dude. It's like the perfect deck. What about
For
you?
me, in the past, it was definitely the Ethic Lindworm, the V1. When it first came out, I bought it, and it was like super great. Right now, I have the Quadrum, the 5.2, and I absolutely love it. It's great. Word on the street is they're coming out with a new one. There's a Quadrum V2, and then there's also, it's called a Sachem, which means like the chieftain of like the Indian tribe. So it's kind of cool. But
So keep your eyes open for that.
hopefully we'll be getting that in the next few days, and that's what I'll be on.
Yeah, and let us know if you guys are excited for new
Yeah.
AO decks,
Yeah,
because the Quadrant 2 was an amazing deck, so we hope they can just keep pumping them out, All right, what else did you say?
Alan Hine said, "How did the grape slushies start?"
You got to keep this one short, because this is a question that could go on forever.
Sean and I, when we were kids, we wanted to start a little bit of a crew, just riding with a bunch of homies, and that was basically it. We were trying to figure out what to call ourselves, and we wanted something that was, really intense. So grape slushies just kind of stuck out to us.
All right, so these are 2 quick questions, so I want to get them both. Alex Rowe, I want to say your name is, asked, what are some upcoming vids? I can't reveal too much, because it's a surprise. You don't want to expect what we're going to upload, but I can tell you, me and Walter did a video, and maybe coming out this week, it may not. You just got to wait and see. And the other one I just wanted to get into was, what was your worst fall? And I feel like you have
I have
worst
definitely
falls.
the worst fall.
So I want him to answer.
When I was 19, I tried to do a bar spin over a hip, coping hip, and I boosted it, caught the bar, came up a little bit short, but I thought I was totally good. Front wheel tagged. I face planted on the ground, broke my jaw, and could not eat solid foods for 9 weeks. So that was definitely fun. So what about yours?
Honestly, I haven't had too many bad falls. I do recall one fall that wasn't too bad, but I just remember it being so terrifying. Was I want to say 3-4 years ago, I was learning inward bri flips, which is, if you're not familiar, a bri flip is when the scooter flips backwards, and inward bri flip is the opposite, where it goes in front of you. And I was learning that, and I was just trying to hit out of this quarter as high as I could because I needed as much air time. And I got caught on the deck as I was throwing the inward, so my entire body weight shifted, and I went straight to my chest. And I didn't get hurt really at all, but I just remember the fear just running through my body. I was so genuinely scared. It was bad.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's try to find another one here.
Do you like Tanner
Shipley,
Fox?
I'm sorry if I ruined that, but says, will you ever ship to Australia? I believe we do ship to Australia.
Yeah, we definitely do. International.
Yeah, so
Do you
found
like
another
Tanner?
really good one. Hold on a second. Where is it?
Do you like Tanner?
Wait. Would you rather have, this is a good one, would you rather have heel bruise for a year or Indian giver out of every fakie ever?
Oh my! I honestly, I would definitely take the Indian giver because
Yeah, heel bruise is not
have
fun.
you ever had a heel bruise, bro? Come on. And Indians can look good sometimes.
And if you know anything about heel bruise, it just gets worse over time. It does not get better.
Everybody. Do you like Tanner Fox? Yeah, he's a great guy. Doesn't
He's
scooter
good, yeah.
too much, but we did just all meet him not too long ago, and definitely a great guy. He's doing whatever he wants, and that's what life's about.
Definitely.
What do you like? Oh wait, Austin, is it true you were a trick shotter? What? Dude, everybody plays video games, all right? And I just. Hey, you want to ask? All right, you want me to ask it? Okay, so rudely interrupted by the filmer James. He did see a question a lot in the live stream. The question is best beginner scooter. That's a harder question to answer just because it's not really a way to tell if a scooter is more of a beginner. The lower price scooters probably are going to be more considered a beginner scooter. So if I had to give my, I guess you could say, best opinion, I just did a product review on the Ben Thomas Complete. That scooter is not too expensive. I think it was $200 for the full scooter. So if you're just getting into scootering, it's not a lot of it is a lot of money, but some kids are out there getting $600-$700 scooters when you could just get 2. And if it was your first scooter, it's got everything you need. Aluminum bars, light, 4.5 wide deck.
Yeah, I'd say either, the Ben Thomas, the Prodigy, which is again around $199, or even the Ethic Airwan is $250, and it is super light enough so that if you are learning tail whips or trying to learn tail whips, it's gonna be super easy for you. So you don't always want to be spending $80-$90 for your first scooter because it's just gonna end up breaking most more than likely.
Ooh,
Let's see, best trick.
So I'm assuming he means like our best trick.
Yeah.
I feel like I think I can speak for both of us. I feel when we first started riding, scootering was all about, learning more and more tricks and trying to become the best you can, and it definitely is. But as I feel like we've slowed down on learning new tricks, it's more of just having fun, and some of those insane tricks, they're dangerous, dude. Like, I can't, when I was a kid, I could fall and get hurt, and it was fine. If I get hurt now, man, I don't want to leave my bed for like a week. So I can't.
It's coming to work kind of hard.
Yeah, definitely.
So Austin and I both just learned front boards on rails.
Yeah,
so
just because
he's better than me at them. But
a trick that people learn so early on in
Yeah.
their scooting progression, we just learned them.
yeah, so
But
I'd
if you
say-
had to pinpoint,
I'd say maybe bar back board on a decent size rail. It still scares me, but that's probably my best trick. I can front lip too, but I prefer to bar board.
I say tricks that come down to it being harder. I mean, you saw I was throwing sevens the other night,
Yeah.
a 720. I'm good with spins, and it's not too hard of a trick, but I definitely think if I had to pinpoint a best trick, it'd probably be one of my better tricks.
All right. Will Bruce says Coke or Pepsi? Cherry Coke.
Dude,
From Del Taco.
Go to Del Taco and get a medium cherry Coke. You will thank us personally. I'm
welcome.
telling you.
You're welcome.
Ooh, okay. So we have another
Ramiro
question.
says greatest scooter moment.
Too many, man.
I'd have
honestly.
to say the first time I went to ScooterCon, which it wasn't called ScooterCon at the time. It was called SD3. Sean and I were lucky enough to meet someone named Connor Hamilton, who was a younger rider at the time, and his mom wanted him to be around older people that were a good influence on him. And she took us to California because we both lived in Arizona at the time. She took us out to California so we could go to SD3, and it was the greatest experience I think I've ever had in my life. I got to compete for the first time, and I did not great, but I got like 15th place in AM. So I mean, that long ago, I'm still pretty proud of it.
That's a good answer, dude. I wish I had something that cool. Well, there's so many moments. Scootering's all about, good moments. If you have a group of friends that you ride with to progress with, that's like the best feeling. When you and a friend or a couple friends just ride every day and progress, those are moments that, you're going to really like. But if I did have to point to one, probably my first time ever going to a Woodward West scooter camp. I saved up as much money as I could. My mom helped me out, and she sent me to Woodward. And being around that many scooter riders and staying there for a couple days and doing nothing but riding scooters for 3 solid days, breakfast,
Yeah.
lunch, and dinner, you just ride. Honestly, that's an experience. If you ever have the opportunity to go to Woodward and you're kind of curious if it's worth it, I can tell you even if you just got to go one time just to see, it is kind of pricey, but it's an experience that you'll never forget, and that's why I'm bringing it up now.
Mm-hmm.
I think James has another question.
Sliders or grippers from Jesse.
I feel like that's a question that people think there's no difference in. There's no difference in sliders and
Yeah,
grippers.
sliders are a harder compound of urethane. I personally prefer grippers.
Yeah, I think I do too.
But I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Honestly,
all
dude,
preference.
wheels are wheels. You're going to go through wheels so often. They're just wheels. You replace them every couple months. So just try a couple others. Don't take our opinion on it. You got to really ride yourself, because some people like harder urethane wheels. Some people like softer. And that's something that you got to find out for yourself, dude.
Yeah. I am the one Pokemon.
Sick. That's a
says,
sick
"How
name,
old-
dude.
How old are each of you? I'm 26. And Austin, you're
12.
12. He's 12. No, he's 19.
12 and a half. 22. Lex and Wheezy said 22 high bars, tall enough for being 5'9".
I wouldn't say so.
I
I'm
wouldn't say
5'6",
so.
and I have 26 in SES, so it's about 28.
I'd say bump up to about 24.
and I'm
25.
5'6", so I'm much shorter than you.
Do you like grape slushies from Nova? No.
Of course.
We don't like Sean.
Of
Sean's
course.
He's a meanie. I'm just kidding. I love Sean. Shout out, Sean. Let's find another question. Oh, wait. Let me see if I have anything on my phone that we should get into. Okay. So we want
Clement-
you guys to comment right now what your top 3 scooters are. If you had to pick between 3 scooters, doesn't matter how much they are, we want you guys to comment and let us know what they are, because some of them might surprise us. Some of them might be what we thought too. So if you guys want to, while we think about some more questions, if you guys want to comment some of those.
Clement Colbert says, what's your favorite scooter company? Mine's Mad Gear. Mad Gear is a great company. They've been around forever. Back in the day when razors were a thing, they used to make these brakes that you could really not get a hold of anywhere, and we used to have to mod our pro models to put the Mad Gear brakes on there, so that's kind of cool.
That's funny. Sean said I saw
I
that.
said my favorite company probably right now is AO. Just the parts that they make, more specifically the decks. I love them. I can't get off of them. They're just great. What about you? Favorite company?
Favorite company? That's a good question. Honestly, I'd probably have to say Envy. You know, I don't ride any Envy parts, nor do I communicate with any of them. But when it does come down to making the best bang for your buck, I think they're really good with it. Making scooters that aren't too expensive and what you need as a beginner rider or a more advanced rider, they give you the option for it, and they don't try to, you know, cut it to like make more money. They're really good with rider's choice.
I agree.
So that's why I'm gonna go with Envy. Sean's in here, by the way.
Brandon Haddock says Phoenix District or AO.
Phoenix
AO.
District or AO. Those are all
AO.
good companies, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Ooh, what is the best deck? I think we got into this a little earlier. Personal favorites, what? AO Quadrum right now, TSI Paramount,
Yep.
until we ride something better.
Yep.
Personal opinions, you gotta keep that in mind. Do you
John
know what happened?
John Reyes says Envy Heist.
Yeah, I mean,
That's right.
yeah, I mean, if you haven't already, you know, he's got his own sick deck. If you're looking for an Envy deck in Chrome, that's the deck for you. What is your... Oh, wait, we got to get out of this whole deck thing. Okay, do you know what Havoc Scooters is? Yeah, my friend Cameron actually rides for Havoc. They're a good company. Still starting... I don't want to say they're still starting up, but they're still making their name. So don't be afraid to cop some of their parts, you know? Support a company.
Street or park?
That's a good question. I was hoping somebody was asking that.
Yeah.
I feel...
I grew up playing Tony Hawk, and I believe, if I remember correctly, you had an option at the beginning that you could pick your orientation. You could be park or street or all around. I always picked all around because I wanted to be able to do all of the tricks when I played Tony Hawk. And I think that's kind of what I grew into when I got older and started riding scooters was I want to be able to do anything that I want to do. So I really tried to focus on learning a broad variety of tricks. So I wouldn't say park or street, but probably leaning more towards street tricks. But I still ride skate parks all the time. What about
No,
you?
definitely. Who's your favorite? Sean, come on, Sean.
My favorite manager is definitely Ephraim.
Ooh, no! Shout out my shipping manager, Josh Toy. Man,
Josh
that
Toy.
guy he's killing
No,
it
all
still.
my managers are great.
We're talking about Parker Street still. When I first started riding, you've probably heard the term park rat before. I was a park rat, dude. I couldn't grind a curb for my life, but I could throw 360 double tail whips. Somehow, you know, it doesn't make any sense. As I've gotten older, I have been leaning a little bit more towards the street sense, learning more grinds. Like we said, we just learned front boards. It's 2017. I've been riding for almost 7 years. Doesn't make any sense. But I still very much enjoy. I still enjoy riding park. You know, when we were riding the other night, I was doing fly out tricks and hitting hips and airing out. It's still so much fun. So just do whatever you have fun with. Who cares what anybody else says about it?
Aiden says favorite wheels. Right now I have the AO Spiral 125 wheels. I'm riding 125s only because I decided to put pegs on the back of my quadrum. So from peg to peg on the back end, it's 7 inches and 3/8. So I needed a little bit more clearance, so that's why I bumped up to 125. I'd say my favorite though, probably Proto Grippers, because there's nothing better than cracking open a fresh pair of grippers and throwing them on your scooter, rolling through the skate park for the first time. It's just
When they're all freshly white and
amazing.
stuff. Like,
Yeah.
whew, they're smooth. Favorite wheels, I'd probably have to say Proto. River is made by Proto as well, and the last 3 pairs of wheels I've had have been Rivers, and they're made by the same exact company as Proto. I just like the core design of Rivers more than Proto, and I'm going to try something different, I think, for my next wheels, but right now I'm currently riding Rivers. If you haven't seen my scooter check, you saw that I was riding Rivers, and I love them. This question wasn't asked, but best bearings, Vault Velocity. Vault Velocity bearings, man. If you want bearings for your wheels,
just restocked.
just restock, dude. You know, Ephraim, our manager, put a lot of time into those bearings, so if you need bearings, Vault Velocity.
Aaron says, "What is your dream trick?"
Oh, I already got the answer to this
Go
one.
ahead.
Shout out Andrew Zamora. He is the homie, but this young man can front 50, which if you don't know, it's a 50 grind, but front side. He can do it on anything, and every time I see it, I'm very jealous. And if I could have one trick to do on like anything, I'd probably say front 50.
I really want to do a hand plant 360 because I saw who did it. Badger?
360. I think it was Badger. Yeah.
Badger did a hand plant 360 off a really tall ledge, and it was like the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, some people, man, like they're just crazy.
Eric says, "What's your guys' thoughts on the new Tanner Fox wheels with a bunch of heart emojis? They're pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie.
They definitely look better in person, too.
Yeah, they're really sick. I like them a lot. No one's ever done a core design like that, so it's
we
pretty
have to
cool.
answer this question, or not the answer, we have to ask it.
Favorite Vault employee?
If you had to pick any employee from the Vault, don't say us.
What's
just
your
because we're
favorite
here.
Vault employee, guys? Comment right now. Tell us what your favorite
If you could meet any
Vault
Vault
employee
employee
is. Let's see.
I wanna see
We
who
all
it
know
is.
it's Walter, but you guys please tell us
Yeah, if it's Walter,
who your
don't
favorite
answer.
Vault employee is.
If it's Walter, don't answer. We know. It's Walter. We know. But it might be us. and we-
It's me, yeah. I know it's me.
I know. We do so many YouTube videos, bro. We like 600 followers on Instagram. Bro. We're
Yeah, dude.
killing
600.
it, dude.
Actually, I think I have 650 now, dude.
Dude, we're
So-
so much famous. We're more famous than Walter.
Yeah.
Arthur Bryan.
Favorite signature part? What do you got?
This guy said I'm his favorite employee. Just saying. Favorite sig part? Oh, that's a good question. You want to answer this one? I think. Do you have one in mind yet?
Yeah, I do. I'd say the Chema SES, the red one with all the the snakes on it. So flame. Smash that like button if you like the Chema SES.
I'd probably have to say the Z Martini SCS, just because I think I've always really enjoyed the Proto SCS, especially the baby, and seeing as how the Z Martini's black with like the martini glass, like it's so sick. Like it's gotta be. It's probably one of my. It's definitely my favorite. I can't deny it. I'm sorry.
Anthony Richley, favorite ex-Vault employee.
Who was? I was gonna say somebody else, but I couldn't think of somebody.
Arthur.
Oh,
is my favorite
yeah.
ex-Vault employee.
Shout out Arthur. He's
Yeah.
he's moved on to better things, you know. But we love Walter, or we love Arthur. Don't love Walter.
Austin Spencer, hashtag President 2020 heart fire
That's
fire
Eric.
fire.
Shout out
fire.
Eric.
Shout out
Shelby's
for
in
Eric.
here too. Austin the Stain. Shout out Shelby.
Yeah, why do you have a standard, Austin?
All right, Nicole. So we just received a shipment of how many? 300
300 NV scooters.
NV scooters, and before we were doing this, which we didn't know we were
So I
doing
got my
this,
shirt all dirty.
we're all
Sean got his-
stained
Yeah.
from unloading these scooters. How old are you guys? Just if you did miss it,
26.
12 and a half. No, I'm 19, but still.
Taylor says he got the NV Colt scooter. Would you recommend it? I definitely would.
Did you say the Colt?
It's essentially the same as the Prodigy, just kind of scaled down a little bit. So it's definitely really, really good scooter if you're, small enough to comfortably ride that deck.
Definitely.
If you're a little bit bigger, you have a size 9 shoe, probably go for the Prodigy.
I see Oscar, who is also a Vault employee. Where are you at, Oscar? Bro, we need you today, and you're not here, brother, man. Like, we had 300
Come on,
NVs.
bro.
You're probably just laying at home. We need you here. So,
So
we'll
we're
do a
just going
couple-
to answer a couple more questions, and then we're going to wrap it up, guys. So if you have any more questions, please ask them now.
definitely. I see one right here. Heligripper Friendly. Heligrip.
Heligrip all day.
Sorry.
Got great.
Friendly's great, though. Friendly is great grip tape.
Yes.
Heligrip's just Heligrip.
Brandon says 360 whipper, 360 downhill, 360 downhill.
Just because it's a lot harder.
All day.
Austin has Dad Hat Steez on lock. Hey, I got that young Dad Hat Steez Shelby. I know.
King Brian says, well, first of all, shout out King Brian. And he says, is AO Delta Complete recommendable? I think the Delta Complete is super nice. AO's also coming out with some new completes, so maybe wait a little bit and see what the new completes look like when they come out, because I don't even know.
Can you flare? I can triple flare. Sorry.
No flares for me.
Favorite street spot? Hollywood High. ABD though. Sorry.
Yeah, anything with the name with a flip in the name of the trick. No, that's a no.
When is Austin gonna grow up? Wow. Good job, Anthony. All right, we're gonna do
All right, last question, guys.
So we're gonna look for a really good one. We can't just impulse. We gotta make sure it's a good one. Right now, if you guys have good questions, like.
This is the last question of the live. If you want to make history and be the last question on the second live stream ever from the Vault Pro Scooters,
going down in history.
Ask away.
Definitely. Ask away. Oh. Do you think that's a good one? I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
By Khalil?
Wait.
That one? I think that's a good one to end it just because.
Yeah, let's do that one.
So the question was from, sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, but it's Khalil Lidden, and his question was best vault video. So that's a hard one because
it's
there's
really
so
hard.
many good ones.
Yeah.
You know? I mean,
I say I want to go with the Ruben versus Andrew on the A5 Lux.
that's a crazy video.
That
if you
one
have not
is
seen
that
it.
one surprised me. So many heavy tricks went down on those flimsy scooters, and I was super surprised. But I mean, all of like the lost tapes, like the TSI one, and there's another one I forgot what it was. But yeah, A5 Lux definitely, where all the lost tapes are super good. What about you?
Not even just because, you know, we were in it, but I do think the Bean Boozled trivia video, something about it, just eating gross jelly beans while talking about scooters, that was one of the funniest videos I think we've ever made, personally.
Was so fun to make that video.
Like,
I totally agree.
That video, I haven't laughed that hard doing a video, and then even when the video was uploaded and I went back and watched it, I laughed so hard. So if you haven't already seen it, look up, you know, Vault Bean Boozled. There's a couple series to it, but the first one was just us and, you know, if you know Brian,
and Sean.
We were just, it was trivia, but about scooters, and if you got it wrong, you ate the jelly beans. I ate a lot of jelly beans. They were nasty. But if you haven't checked it out, definitely go check it out.
Yeah.
But that is going to be the end of the second live stream ever for the Vault, you guys. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I hope if you did have a question, it did get answered, because there's a lot of you, and we try to do the best we can. But anything you want to say?
I think that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in, hanging out with us, asking us questions. Make sure you smash that like.
Definitely. And make sure you guys, if you like us, you guys can follow us on Instagram. I'm sure you guys can find it. Not even like a friendly shout out, but still. And yeah, make sure you guys keep in touch with the Vault. You know, we're doing giveaway every day in May still. If you want to try to win something, the giveaway is still going on. Head over to our Instagram. It'll be right there. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a hard one to intro, but
yeah. So second ever Vault live stream. I think it went pretty good.
Yeah, and you guys
have
any
fun, Austin?
Yeah, if you guys want us to come back to do another one,
yeah,
let us know, because I would love to do another one. This was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
sweet. So follow us on all social medias.
I said we just get up and like.
That's
walk
it.
out.
Yeah.
Just get up,
cool.
like.
Stay tuned for the mixtape, guys.
Yeah, it's coming out, dude. It's gonna be sick. Drop the mic.